The mobile phone has clearly changed the way we communicate. It's totally disrupted sectors. It's created new businesses. It's changed everything. So when we talk about the role of AR, we talk about it connecting the physical world of things to the digital world of devices. And we talk about it reimagining the mobile canvas as a screen that we now not only stare at, but actually can look as a looking glass that we see through. And now if I bring my business card in front of it and I point my device at it, you'll see that it comes to life. So in this example, that's me playing tennis. And indeed, I can move around and it'll still track off that. But there's a point at which I don't always want to look at the business card, and I might want to take that experience off. And in this example, we've created a little tennis game that I can play with a screen. So as I tap it, then we're playing a little mini game. And as I go back to the target image, it finds that target image again. So this allows us to do just lots of fun different things. I can also take a little photo here. So if I want to move this guy up here and then take a picture, I can then save that, or I can share that out into social media immediately. So what we're basically doing is creating a multimedia channel that brings the physical world of things and attaches it to the digital world of devices. Everything you need to know about our company is actually in our name. So the first thing is, it's an app. It's a free-to-download app on iOS and Android. We've developed this little thing that's called a Zapcode. So what a Zapcode does is when I open up Zappar, it looks for this bolt, what we call a finder feature in the middle. And that bolt tells the phone that I'm looking at a Zappar-powered AR image, sends a message up to the cloud that then brings the content down onto the Zapcode or the image that it's pointing at. And it doesn't have to be our bolt. It can be anything. So this is some work we did with Nissan some time ago, some work with Rovio for a bird code, and then some work with Hasbro on some of their different properties. And indeed, OMPI is in the sort of pharma healthcare arena. So it's really about identifying what this finder feature is, putting the bits around the edge, and then allow people to use that in whatever sector that they want. So this is a content authoring platform called Zapworks that then comes with 3 different tools that anyone can use. For us, it was really important that we designed a system that meant that anyone could make AR experiences. So whether you're a kid, sort of 7, 8, or 9, just beginning to learn about computers, should be able to use it. Whether you're someone like me who can just about put together a PowerPoint presentation like this, there's a thing called Zapworks Designer. And then if you're a fully fledged developer and coder, then Zapworks Studio is a tool for you. So 3 different tools really to allow for that sense of expression and self-authoring for AR. So I guess when we talk about supporting the next generation of digital creatives, we don't just mean existing developers and coders, we also mean children and kids who are coming through from the age of 8, 9, 10 onwards, and making sure that they have the tools to make a difference, and that they're prepared and learning the skills that will be necessary for the future. And what we did is we took that thinking and actually turned it into some learning material with a publisher in the States. You've got an activity book, and from the activity book, through using augmented reality, we then take this trip up into space. And we use the capabilities of the phone in order to take the children on this journey. And again, putting them into collaborative groups in the classroom, around the iPads. And then on each one of these pages, they have to explore the different planets in the solar system, take readings from that, from the interaction that they get within it, annotate those, and then present it back to the class. So a really simple way of turning those physical learning materials into something that is interactive, that teaches them about very simple STEM learning topics in a compelling way. So I'll talk a bit more generally now about where I think AR sits in the context of VR. They're both incredibly powerful, different ways of getting people to experience different environments and get information. Somewhere between augmented reality and virtual reality is this thing called mixed reality. So virtual reality is about taking you completely into another world and immersing you in a different space. And augmented reality, I think, if we're being, I guess, purist about it, is really having something that is contextually relevant to the thing that you're looking at. And mixed reality is somewhere in the middle there. It's still about having a camera view on which we're projecting images that exist in the real world. But suddenly they don't have to be completely contextually relevant. You can put anything in that space. We're calling this thing Zapbox, and it's a kit that allows you to make mixed reality experiences using our Zapworks platform instantly. So here we go. This is a bit of the video that we shot. So this is recorded live on an iPhone 6 running Zapbox. And you can see we have these things called point codes that are in the world, and Simon has just come in with another marker in order to interact with that space. This is in the classroom, again looking at that solar system piece, but now it's room scale. It's working off the whole desk. This is a piece where we are then looking at how you can actually paint and draw in the physical world, a bit like Tilt Brush, and how that interface might look, and the different things that you can do with it. So again, in the office, some point codes allow us to put a chair in that then can be the right size, and we can mess with the colour of it. Teach kids how to play musical instruments with a sort of xylophone. Same office, but same point codes, but different experience. It's a crazy golf course that we've made. Again, allowing people input by just using bits of cardboard. So everything you saw there was with a normal phone. It's got no depth camera. It's just using your normal phone. And then all of that stuff then was developed on Zapworks, again, for anyone to then be able to instantly preview and instantly publish it. So this really is about a new creative canvas that now isn't your phone, it's actually your living room.